saying to you that I'm still growing and that the teachings that I've shared in times past on the subject of tithing were not correct.
What's going on, guys? Today I have a video of Pastor Creflo Dollar, who used to be a big prosperity gospel preacher in America. But a few years ago he suddenly stopped preaching on tithing. Before he used to say you need to give to God for God to bless you. Those sort of preachings where you bring to God, then God doubles what you bring. But suddenly he stopped preaching prosperity gospel. He came out to say, look guys, I am so sorry. Everything I have said, everything I have been preaching about tithing is wrong. So forgive me. I'm a changed person.
Saying to you that I'm still growing and that the teachings that I've shared in times past on the subject of tithing were not correct. And today I stand in humility to correct some things that I've taught for years and believed for years, but could never understand it clearly because I had not yet been confronted with the gospel of grace, which has made the difference. I won't apologize, because if it wasn't for me going down that route, I would have never ended up where I am right now. But I will say that I have no shame at all at saying to you, throw away every book, every tape, and every video I ever did on the subject of tithing, unless it lines up with this. I've done some corrective teaching in the last 10 years, but not to the degree of what we're getting ready to do now. So why is this important? Because religion is sustained by two factors: fear and guilt. And if it's one subject that the church has used for a long time to keep people in fear and guilt, it is in that subject of tithing. And it has to be corrected, and it's got to be corrected now. I may lose some friends, preachers may not ever invite me no more.
Now the first question is, why would a church make tithing mandatory during COVID-19? Where everyone was on lockdown, people can't go to work. People are struggling to even, feed their own family. Some people are only able to feed their family due to the help, of the government. Yet, these pastors are, throwing around their bank accounts, church accounts, for people to pay their tithe. Where do they get money for tithing when they can't even go to work? So I have noticed tithing only works for three categories of people, or should I say three groups of people. One is entrepreneurs, people who own businesses. Two, preacher men, people who preach the prosperity gospel. People who say, bring your 10% to God and God will, double your income. Then 3, criminals. For example, scammers, kidnappers, drug dealers, corrupt politicians, all sort of crimes out there, people who just do crime in general. Those 3 categories are the people who always come out and proudly say their tithing or their tithe works for them. So I'm going to elaborate a bit on why I said these things. One, the entrepreneurs. It's easy to say your tithe works for you. If you have a business where money comes in every week or every month, because at the end of the day you see your invoices and you know that money is coming in. So when you pay your tithe, it's easy to convince yourself that okay, the tithe is working. That is one. Then two, the preacher man who preaches tithing. Look at some of them. They don't have daily jobs. They don't go to work. All they do is preach the gospel. But they drive around in the most expensive vehicles. They own Rolls Royces. Now some of them own private jets. They don't own businesses. So it's easy for a preacher man to, walk up to the altar or the pulpit and say, look what God has done in my life. I can now afford $1,000 suit. This is because I pay my tithe. Look around you. Look at my cars. Look at the houses. God has blessed me because I have given to God. It's easy because they make money, so it's easy to show off. That is, the essence of prosperity gospel, to prove to your audience that look what God has done in my life. He can do the same in your life. You should bring to Him because He has done this in my life because I gave to God. Then the third people in that category are criminals. And why do I say this? Look around you. Look at your friends right now who comfortably or confidently come out every time to say their tithe works for them. What do they really do for a living? Are you getting my point now? Majority of them are criminals. Because at the end of the day, only a criminal would be expecting a miracle money. If you don't have a job, why are you expecting money from somewhere? It means you have it in mind to do something illegal. So the only way God is going to bless you miraculously without having a job is for you, committing fraud or being a thief. That is why, according to prosperity gospel, it doesn't matter where the money comes from. Kidnapping, armed robbery, scamming, it doesn't matter. Just bring it to God and God is going to give back to you in surplus. Isn't that funny? That if you look around you right now, 95% of people who really don't engage in criminal activities and who proudly say my tithing or my tithe works for me, they are wretched, bro. Wretched, like a church rat. Majority of them don't even know where their next meal is coming from. They are wretched. When I say wretched, I mean wretched, bro. Go to Africa. Broke, poor, wretched, whatever English you can use to qualify it. Yet, they are the loudest. My tithing works for me. I will keep paying tithe. Isn't that funny? It's ironic when you are so broke, but you are so proud that your tithing works for you just because you are brainwashed, because your daddy in the Lord said so or says so. So what I'm saying is, irrespective of how much you give to God, how much tithe you pay, your salary will never increase by $1. If you earn $20 every month, no amount of tithe you pay will make your company mistakenly pay you $100. You are still going to earn $20, which means either you pay your tithe from that $20 or not. Next month, your company will still pay you because at the end of the day, you worked for the money. I mean, how is it that tithing doesn't work for teachers, doctors, or other professions out there? In a nutshell, what I'm saying is, it's either you have a business that generates revenue week in, week out, or you are a preacher man that exploits people, or you are a criminal. Those are the three categories of people that can proudly say they are tithing, or their tithe works for them. And obviously, they have a way to prove it because they are making money. At least Creflo Dollar was, humble enough to come out and apologize to people. Whereas our prosperity gospel preachers in Nigeria today are still proud and, boldly coming out to say the only way to be prosper is to give to God. At the end of the day, God do not cruise around in a Rolls Royce or fly around in a private jet. You know who does? You know who does? The preacher man. Mr. Preacher Man. It's time to repent. Repent and ask for forgiveness so God can forgive you. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor by smashing the like and subscribe button. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.